light of the Eliza Blue grift and lies and distortions of her past, and I may go into that again, good God. Everyone else and their mother is, so I might as well jump on the frickin' train and ride that to the next station. Cuomo, Andrew Cuomo, disgraced ex-New York Governor Andrew Cuomo, had some interesting things to say. Funny, he had no reason to say it when it actually mattered, like last year, the year before that, etc. You get the point. So this is what Andrew Cuomo stated. Southern states were right about immigration. Welcome to the party, pal. But you see, again, in light of Eliza Blue and all her lies and distortions, why should I believe this liberal piece of trash, this scumbag to the highest order? Why should I believe what he says? Is he right that the southern states are being inundated with record amounts of illegal aliens crossing the border? Yeah, it's happening. You see it on TV, you see it on YouTube, Rumble, BitChute, Odyssey. You see it everywhere. It's there. You see it in the towns you live in. Homeless, obviously. Not all the homeless are illegal aliens. A lot of them are, but not all of them. But they're there. So for him to say that, oh yeah, I'm not governor anymore. By the way, the southern states, they're right about immigration. Go F yourself, you scumbag. You duplicitous piece of shit. You good God. So, remember when the left went all swoony over Andrew Cuomo, personally, for this guy up there, David Strom? I was never a Cuomo-sexual, but a bunch of liberal women were, or was. Not Cuomo-sexual enough to forgive him for his Me Too sins, however. He wound up leaving New York governor's mansion under a cloud due to his alleged inappropriate behavior with women and costing his brother his job as well. Exactly. Well, Andrew, being a Cuomo and an Italiano, who holds grudges like Irishmen. Yes, I'm embracing the stereotypes to annoy people, striking back at the left. By admitting that the left's favorite policy after killing babies is a disaster. He's saying the quiet part out loud. DeSantis, ex-Governor Ducey of Arizona, and Greg Abbott of Texas are right about how disastrous Biden's open borders policies are. It says, it was a mistake for President Potato to open the border without having a plan to handle the tremendous flow of people. President Potato had said he would do it in the campaign, but you can't change a policy unless you have a program in place to manage the change. The scandal-scarred former politician accused the Potato administration of not understanding the consequences of enacting those promises. No. Andy, if I may. The president knows exactly what the motherfuck he's doing. He knows what he's doing. Well, on one hand, I think he knows what he's doing. On the other, who's really in charge of the White House, they know what they're doing. Or he knows what he's doing. That's bullcrap. They all know what they're doing. To say that this is all created out of a vacuum, that it just appeared out of the ether, that people started coming across the border and they're like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? They know what they're doing. This is all part of the plan. Strom goes on to say, well, duh. Democrats hate homelessness until it becomes their go-to choice for admitting illegal aliens exist. My words. If adding to the population of people living on the streets and under bridges a price they pay for adding to the hordes of illegal migrants entering the U.S., it is a price they will pay gladly. And oh, by the way, you will pay gladly with only basically your tax dollars, your lives, possibly, and your liberties. All that encompasses what this is about. And to say Andrew Cuomo didn't know this, but upon self-reflection after a year not being in office, he finally come to the conclusion that, yeah, what Potato Biden is doing is kind of messed up. Thanks, Andrew. But what I find funny is that you feel it's okay for you to say that now, but not back then when you were up for re-election. Imagine, and how funny that works. The southern states were right that opening the border created tremendous hardship for them to handle. They were right that federal government was not prepared. Cuomo declared through disagreeing with those states busing migrants north to sanctuary cities. Well, hey, if you have a sanctuary city and you do nothing to stop said sanctuary city, and people start busing migrants and illegal aliens there, you have only you to fucking blame, you dip fucking shit. Good God. Now, is that any different than busing illegal aliens to Canada, which they've just done recently? That's what Mayor Adams of New York City is doing now, to relieve the pressure of the city's services. It turns out that being a sanctuary city is all well and good until you have actually provide sanctuary. Once that happens, the appropriate thing to do is to whine loudly and genuflect about how unfair it is and then send migrants to Canada, because Justin Trudeau will gladly accept them. Gladly. There are several reasons the Biden potato administration opened the floodgates of the southern border, but one of them was to burden red states, exhaust their budgets, and politically harm the governors. Bingo. Not only that, they think that getting these Catholics, mostly, coming across the southern border from Mexico, Central and South America, that they're going to automatically vote for Democrats, and most will, but a lot of them won't when it comes time for them to actually vote, if they haven't voted already. Those governors wisely decided to give the northern liberal sanctuary states the pleasure of dealing with the crisis, sending a tiny fraction of migrants to those places that claim to desperately want to help. Yeah, but it turned out that even a small modicum, a thimble of mucilix fraction of migrant population was too burdensome for them to bear. I hope that today in Canada, that smug sociopathic leader, his words not mine, but I totally 100% agree with Strom here, discovers that it's easier to act morally superior and indignant when you don't have to pay the ultimate price. Adams will be helping him to improve his moral superiority. And when I guess that is New York City, Canada will find that living one's values is different than virtue signaling. It is nice to see that at least one liberal is speaking the truth. Well, it really isn't the truth, it's reality. And liberals will come eventually to reality. It just takes 65 years of being a goddamn filthy fucking Democrat for them to go, yeah, maybe what I was doing was kind of fucked up. But then again, this is Andrew Cuomo we're talking about. Why is he coming out with this? Your guess is as good as mine. I've already given you the reasons why. It is nice to see that at least one liberal is speaking the truth. And obvious to see why he feels free to do so. Cuomo needs to find a new base of supporters since his old ones abandoned him in his time of need. For Cuomo, this is payback. And paybacks is a biatch. So yeah, it's a grift. It's what Eliza Blue does. When the heat comes on, change the narrative. Blame other people. False flag other people's accounts. Claim that they're victimizing her for a third time. Or in Cuomo's case, after he's done victimizing a whole state and women, he's going to come and say, yeah, maybe I was kind of fucked up and I shouldn't have done that. No, Cuomo. No. Both you Cuomos, this is for you. Go fuck yourself, you duplicitous piece of shit. I hope nothing but the worst for you, you scumbag liberal piece of shit.